Very unfortunately, we're going to have to compose a solemn video here. Tiger Joe is not a bad film by any means. I mean, by many standards, it is. It's not an unwatchable film by any means, I ought to say. Clarification. It's just, it's a real bummer of a film, and I'm going to let Eduardo Margheriti's little piece written for the old AntonioMargheriti.com. He's going to spell it all out for you. Second film shot in the Philippines by Antonio Margheriti, an adventurous film against the backdrop of the war in Cambodia. The pair David Warbeck and Tony King are confirmed for the role of the two protagonists, with the addition of a much more important character for the rediscovered actor Alan Collins, a well-known face from Antonio's films of the 1960s. We didn't have a good memory of this film despite it being a very pleasant product, since a dear friend of my father and mine, the director of photography, Riccardo Pallottini, and a very talented man, if AOD may say so, died in it. It was the last day of filming, and Riccardo was busy filming the jungle from a small tourist plane. On the last pass, they hit the top of a very tall palm tree, and the plane fell, crashing into the small local cemetery. In the following years, we commemorated the day of his passing by suspending, for that day, the filming of films that fell on that anniversary. Honestly, both my father and I never saw that film again. Rest in peace, Riccardo Pallottini. Some people say it's romantic to die for your art. The amount of artists who I would have rescued from death, even if it meant that they would never create any more art, it would have been worth it just to have them still alive, to enrich, to encourage, to support the next generation. People talk about, oh man, what would have happened if, let's use music examples, Ian Curtis had lived, Kurt Cobain, what if, Mama Cass had lived, Jimi Hendrix, Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin. It seems to be haunted by this ideal that, they could have lived and made more music. I would have been happy if Jimi Hendrix or whomever, Morrison, Joplin, had just chosen to retire at 28. Said, no, I'm just going to live a normal life, I'm not going to create any more music. That would have been worth it. And that's what kind of sickens me sometimes about discussions of artists dying, is because people talk about it in terms of, what a shame if they'd continued and we could get more from them. Don't be selfish. Think about their family and friends. Their children. They just want them to be alive. And out of respect, we'll close it here. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it really immensely. Rest in peace, Riccardo Pallottini.